o'clock in the morning. About to lay it down. I'm in bed just doing some reading. I was reading Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act, right? And I remember when I first brought the book, I thought it was gonna be like a regular hip hop book. So I kind of like threw it to the side. I didn't read it right until I heard him himself speaking about it and other people speaking about it. I said, "Wow, let me go pick up this book." And I've been kind of like reading it like at least twice a week. I read it at least twice a week. Sometimes I take it out on my morning walks with me, and really good book, really good book. Like they say, don't judge a book by its cover, but I definitely thought it was like the hip hop books that I read, but it was a lot more in it. It was his life experiences with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom and everything like that. So I was like, wow, this book is really good. So I started reading the book maybe about 3 months ago, and then I would take it out in the morning with me. Um, on my morning routine, I would ride to Crotona Park over there by the lake, and I would work out, do a little workout, some push ups, some body weight exercise, some squats, maybe some push ups, and then I would sit there and I would read my book, and it was really nice location. And I was like puzzled, like what the people here, why don't they take advantage of this, right? They got the free tennis lessons, tennis classes, and everything. Met some really nice people over there, just talking, and you know, so um, so Monday, I'm gonna go over there. I've been going to right over here to Aqueduct Walk. Different times of the morning, depending on my routine. Yeah, really great, and I really enjoyed myself. So I go back and forth for different locations, different parks. When I feel when I got like a little bit more energy, I might take a ride down to Crotona Park, which I'm gonna do Monday. But sometimes I just feel like staying local. I take the train a couple of stops to University and work out there, and then I feed the homeless people. So it's kind of like that's my morning routine basically. What I do mostly every day, but I do try to switch it up. I do try to switch it up. Maybe I might wake up an hour earlier or an hour later. So sometimes I do go straight for my phone. Call my daughter 7 o'clock in the morning. Call her, make sure she's good before she goes to school. Stuff like that. And one thing that I learned about having a morning routine, it kind of like structured my day. Like I would plan the night before I go to sleep. um when I wake up, all thoughts I kind of like I write down most of them that I remember. I just write down, so I won't be wasting so much brain activity on a particular topic or whatever, right? I can make room for other thoughts to come through. And so I would jot down all I had a book, leave it right by my bed with a bottle of water. Wake up, first thing is water, then write down my thoughts and kind of get ready to execute what I already had planned the night before. And sometimes things do change, but when you got a routine, something that you do over and over, especially if it's positive, right? Repetition turns into habit, and that habit turns into your behavior, right? So if you're getting up, smoking blunts, as soon as you wake up, you're reaching for the clip in the ashtray, then you use the bathroom, then you wake up, get a cigarette, you don't even wash your face, you go outside, get a bacon, egg, and cheese, then you get a bust down. Now, if you're doing this every day, it can become a habit, and it could become hard to break, hard to break. And then on the other hand, if you have a more positive routine, right? And some people think they can't do it, but I tell everyone the steps to improving yourself a lot of times is micro steps. A lot of times people try to take the big leap, right? Buy a house, and they say, "Oh, I'm buy this house." Do you want the house, or do you think everyone else wants you to have the house? Right. So a lot of things we do to impress others. We're not doing it really for ourselves. We're doing it to impress others. And this is how we get our happiness instead of being happy for self and self happiness and self and practicing self love. Right? How can you love someone else if you don't really love yourself? That's just like you can't be comfortable around other people and spread that love if you're not even comfortable around your own self and you don't love yourself, right? Just ask the question. Ask most people the question: can you be married to yourself? Right? Some people will be honest and say no. Can you hang around yourself? Can you be around yourself? Right? You have to try these things with yourself first before you can try them with anyone else. Try taking yourself out to dinner. Right? Take yourself to a movie. See how it feels first before we try to do it for someone else. A lot of people on the program are trying to make everyone else happy, their boss happy, their wife happy, their children happy, their siblings happy, their mother, their in-laws happy, right? And then totally depleting themselves, and they wind up burning themselves out, you know. And why do we try to impress others? Is because many of us are seeking that validation, right? We just want that one person or that group of people just to tell us we are it. When we already know we're it, but we just need it from them, right? And a lot of times when people know this, they're gonna withhold it. They're not gonna tell you because they can tell you, right? Boost your confidence, and then it's off to the moon. You gone. I've seen that happen a lot of times, and people fear that, right? But if you fear of letting somebody loose and letting seeing somebody be happy and free, then that means you really didn't have love for the person. You might have been faking it, you know, and people do that, man. They will fake it just to keep you at bay. You know, they give you just enough gas, you know, just enough self esteem and, you know, and nip it right there. So that kind of leaves you confused. It leaves the person confused. Says, wow, this person shows me super love when we're out and we're in front of people to make their image look good. But, you know, when we're behind closed doors or we're on the phone, you know, so and so is ain't got nothing good to say or whatever. Their attitude is totally different. So this is can be confusing, and many people don't catch it at the same time as everyone else does. Some people would take months, years, right? Some people catch it right there and don't allow themselves to be violated, right? Because a person's only going to do what you let them do. That's just like a person, every time they see you, they put their hands in your pocket. They're gonna keep doing it until you stop it, right? So this is why it is it's so important. Excuse me, so important to have that self love, that self assurement, that self esteem, right? If you have children, it's important to teach your children that. So maybe they when they grow up, they get older, they won't be seeking validation from other human beings that don't even have it to give to them. They're not even equipped to give it to them. This is why we have to give it to our children, give it to the people we love, our family. You know what I'm saying? Give it to ourselves, right? Break the cycle. People talk about break the cycle, but the only way you can break the cycle is by changing the way you think. Neuroscience. That's the only way you're gonna really break the science because you can do right. But just because someone does something doesn't make them a good person, right? Because they're just doing. That's one part. That's the body. But mentally, if you still think the same, those good deeds or whatever, that good feeling you get, it's only gonna last temporarily. It's only gonna last for maybe a month or so. You know those people, right? They're doing so good. They change their attitude maybe for a month or two. They're working out, doing good things, being nice to people, right? Being good, and then something happens. They see that it's not working. It's not working fast enough for them, and they give up and they throw in the towel, and they revert right back to the same thinking they was thinking before. Because that's one thing about the brain. The brain is going to always revert back to what it's comfortable with. This is why we have to redirect our thoughts. And how do we do that? Self-awareness. We gotta have self-awareness. We're watching everybody else, but we're not watching ourselves. We don't even know what kind of foods we like. Most people get up, they dress, they just throw on clothes, what they think looks cooler. They trying to top everyone else, right? When you get into conscious thinking, you dress it. Okay, this is the weather. Okay, I'm gonna wear this. This is a good heat blocker or wind blocker. Or what you trying to invoke certain magic on that day. You wear a certain color, red pants, yellow shirt. You switch it up. A lot of people just dress. They just throw on clothes. They don't even know if their body is compatible with the material of the clothes. They just buy them. Just like you have a lot of people that just go in the store and they just buy a drink. They don't even read it. It's the new drink in the store. Skittles iced tea, right? And people, oh snap, they just jump and just drink it. They don't know what's in that stuff. They don't know anything. They just drinking it. And where we live here in America, I would say you read everything, right? Because there's certain foods here that they got on the shelf in the supermarkets that they got banned in other countries. So I would say once I heard that, you read everything. Read everything. But this is where culture comes in, right? If you don't have any culture, then you're just following anybody in, any other culture, nationality. You don't have one. What time do you eat? You eat anytime, right? You eat anything. You date anybody. Things of that nature. We were speaking about in the group, and we're gonna have me and the sister. Shout out to the sister Helen Marie, man. Wow, we're gonna do a show tomorrow. I believe we're gonna do it on her platform, Helen Marie. You can Google her. Oh man, I gotta big up this sister. I met her. I'm bad with the years and stuff. She knows the years, but I knew this sister probably over 20 years, man. Probably over 20 years. Oh man, the sister's incredible. First sister I seen, really first person I seen to make uh some footwear out of their garments, out of their clothes, right? I let her tell her story, but she's incredible. She's incredible. My road dog, man, we was hard body. She was here in New York. We was hard body every day. Oh man, she showed me a lot, taught me a lot. Sister super motivated, Helen Marie, man. We'll do a show with her tomorrow. I'm excited about that. We have it. We spoke yesterday, but prior to that, we didn't speak, man. Man, my daughter is 13, man. Oh man, probably was like 14 years or something. We didn't speak, man. 15 years, 16 years, or something like that. And she hit me up, man. Thank God for that, man. Thank you to the universe for that, man. That's my sister, and we're gonna have a lot to talk about. A lot of great memories and everything. We're gonna do it. So tomorrow we're gonna be speaking about fashion. I mean, she's a super entrepreneur, man. She got her hands in like almost everything. But we're gonna talk about fashion, politics. Probably tell a little bit of our story. Yes, yes. Eric Kumba, man, what's going on, my man, my brother, my brother? We're gonna do something. Probably next week. Probably next week. Me and the brother Kumba. Shout out to APTV. That brother's doing this thing nonstop. One of the hardest working people on this social media platform. That brother. Oh man, that brother, I be seeing like 3, 4 different posts from different pages. That brother's working. So y'all go over there. I think he's doing the flyers. He's doing the clothes, everything, man. Y'all go over there. Eric Kumba, you already know with the sports and everything. That brother, man, Helen Marie, just linked back up with her. Man, super entrepreneur. She's doing her thing. Um, the what's she doing? She's the Japanese cartoon type video. Oh my gosh, she's doing it up. So but yeah, and I knew her, man, for so long. And the thing about it is when these people come into your life, or you come into these people's life, you're attracted to one another. and not always a romantic way, but you have to take advantage of the opportunity in the moment and create what makes you happy, create what feels safe, create what can help other people. A lot of times we get caught up, it's us, me, but we live in this world with billions of other people, and it's a collaboration. You've been trying to do it on your own for so long, for years, where you're burning yourself out. I remember playing basketball on the basketball court, and they're like, "Yo, you got help! You got help! You got help!" This is the same thing. We have help in this world, but some people have been doing it by themselves for so long that it's hard to ask for help, and it's even hard to receive help because you might feel some type of way, right? Someone asks you need help, or they try to help you, and you might take it the wrong way and think that they're saying you're weak indirectly, or you're struggling here. So a lot of times the ego takes a hit, but if someone is willing to help you and it's from the heart and they don't want anything back, then I remember my grandmother used to always tell me, right? You used to go to my friend's house, stuff like that. The mother, "You hungry?" I say no, my stomach is growling. My grandmother would say, "If you're hungry, open your mouth and say you're hungry, take a plate. But if you're not hungry, then then you can decline, right? You don't need it. And this is the same thing. If someone is willing to help you and you need the help, why not receive the help instead of letting your ego get involved? And now you're like, "No, I'm good, I'm good." No, you're not good. You're not good. I have a friend like that, where a couple of friends of ours, we go out sometime, right? So a friend had hit me up, and I wasn't in New York at the time. I hit me up and was like, "Yo," said they're going to this art gallery, and then afterwards they're going to a restaurant. So I wasn't in town, so I couldn't even go. I would have loved to went. And then she calls my homegirl Melissa, and she's bored in the house because I just spoke to her. She gotta wait till she gets paid. She's low on food and everything like that. So, but she's good people. When she's on, she's on. When she's off, she's off. Sometimes we mess around our money or whatever the case may be. But yeah, our friend called her and asked her does she want to go, and she declined. She said no, but she really wanted to go. She was bored in the house, almost ripping her hair out, low on funds. They was gonna take her out, pay for it, then go out to eat after the art gallery. She said no. So what happens is we get stuck in this mode, and a lot of times we do it to ourselves. You want to go out, right? You're bored. You don't have anything in your refrigerator. Probably would have took us shopping. The way our friend is, probably would have took us shopping. But if you don't open your mouth, no one knows. But some people get stuck in this loop where they don't want to say yes because it makes them feel like they're weak or they're begging. But if someone asks you, then that's not begging. You didn't beg. You didn't ask me. I asked you. So that's what I'm seeing a lot. And people are just the ego gets involved. The ego slides up in there, and the ego tells us we're better than people, or they're better than us. This is what the ego is telling us. And sometimes a lot of times the ego is wrong. A lot of times the ego is wrong. Instead of always the worst case scenario, always thinking these people don't like me. How about you telling yourself you like you, and you love you, and then you will start to attract that to you.